insert the lace through, then come back down through the middle hole and finish back up through the far left hole. So on the right hand spool, you would take the reverse action. So you would start on the left, feed the lace up into the centre of the dial, back down through the middle hole and finish up on the right hand side.
Okay, I think I've managed to do it. My boa dial lace had like completely, I don't know if you can see that on the screen there. Can you see that? So my boa dial, or the cable fried. I managed to find a really old packet of spares from a pair of physique shoes. Obviously I'm running Giro shoes. The only problem is they're all black boa dials, and I've had to replace the boa dial because the boa dial has been problematic for a while, and I think that's probably a reason why, and now the cable has actually been frazzled. So I've had to put a left boa dial on my right shoe and a left internal as well, because if you put a right internal, which is the red colour, it won't work with the left boa dial. Yeah, so it works, but I know, so when I tighten them up, like the white one tightens that way, but this one tightens that way. So, and I don't know, it kind of looks a bit weird. I don't know, actually, maybe it looks kind of nice because I've got a black cable and a black boa and a white cable and a white boa. I don't know, but my other shoe is gonna look a bit out of place now because it's gonna have two white boas. Anyway, we are sort of having cycling shoe problems. Thanks GCN for helping me out on that one. I did know how to do it, but I needed a refresh. I've had another shoe delivery. I did think I'm gonna have to buy some new road shoes as well at some point. But my gravel shoes have finally given up on me. Today they are the DHB lace up ones, and they're pretty old. Look at the so that is that's parcel tape that I thought would hold for my last gravel ride today with Bryn. It kind of did, and it kind of didn't. I didn't have any more gaffer tape or gorilla tape left, so I had to use parcel tape. But finally, my shoes arrived that I bought from Bike Tart. Have you ever heard of Bike Tart? So they're like an online retailer. I've never bought from them before. This is the first time. So I bought a pair of Shimano's. They are the XC3 model, size 43 if you're interested in my feet, and they are all black, and they are kind of very simplistic but a bargain, I think. I managed to get them for £65 95 pence, and this is them here. So essentially a very basic shoe. Ideal really, because the only time I tend to gravel is in the winter, so just by having a boa rather than those laces. The reason why I bought those DHBs was because they were so cheap, and I was only just getting into gravel riding, off-road riding, and I thought I'm just gonna go for the cheapest because yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. So I bought them. They were great. They lasted me like just over a year, but for the type of riding I do and the walking, I've obviously ruined them. And laces, you know, I'm not going to go for laces ever again because they just get so grimy with the mud, and also really difficult to clean. And whatever those are made of, they just take forever to dry. So I found these, and I was kind of thinking at the time, you know, what's my budget? What am I willing to spend? And to be honest, I wasn't willing to spend anything over like £75. And I was looking to see if I could find a deal. These are highly rated, apparently. They look like they're pretty grippy for all the walking that I do. Yeah, the stiffness, I mean, it is bending. They're not like, you know, super stiff, but the reason why I went for all black is just because they're easier to clean. One boa dial means Hopefully I won't have to faff around like I've been in there with that boat doll. But also makes it easier to get on and off in the winter, and when they're dirty, they might be easy to clean. So yeah, that's the update on shoes. If you even needed the update. Did you need an update? I don't know. But if you've been following for a while, you know I needed shoes. So this is what I went for. Grab yourself a bargain. Grab yourself a bargain if you're looking for shoes, because these might not be around forever.
Such a nice morning this morning. Glad I came out early. I can't be the only one that uses my nose to unlock my phone when I've got gloves on. The Rossilli is such a classic autopilot route for Swansea locals. Gower locals as well, I suppose. It's just an easy hour and a half out there, hour and a half back. Switch your mind off and just enjoy the views. It's that really gritty type of ride where like mud and everything just gets absolutely everywhere. I also kind of try not to cause any mess by leaving all of this dried mud all over the floor for when Charlie gets home. But that tends to happen quite frequently.
So my first event is coming up in like a week's time, and it's going to be Battle on the Beach. You know that big beach race we did last year? Well, I had an email through the other day. I am one of 200 riders that will be seeded at the front of the race. So there's some quite big names here again, following on from last year. It's a very competitive event actually. So last year we did an event the night before that race called Battle in the Dark, and I don't know if that event will be taking place this year or if it will be taking place in a different shape or form, because like I said, most of the paths and single track down in Pembury are flooded. So what we're going to do differently, I do not know, but that was like more fun, I think, than the actual major race the following day. Last year, I actually finished in just over 90 minutes. It was 1 hour 31:24, according to Strava. And I just crept inside the top 50. So my goal this year is maybe to creep inside the top 25. Maybe I can do it. I don't know. If the course has changed, maybe it might be a course that suits me a little bit better than last year's. The problem I have is with the single track. As a not so technical bike rider, it causes me a little bit of problems. So this year's route, so last year's route used to go all the way up this beach here, and then turn in and then make its way back through the forest and then back up the beach again. And that would be one lap. Now, there's some rumours going around that it might be a race of going up the beach, going inland, doing a little bit of gravel, like proper gravel, and then come out and back down the beach again. There's like other rumours going around that we will be going up, but we'll be taking like a different way. Like there's all these dunes obviously along the beach where the sand is mounted up, and we might be racing across them all the way down, following the beach, and then jumping back on the beach, and that being one lap. The finish might be in a different place this year because there's been some rainfall. I mean, to be fair, all of these things are hypothetical. Only the organiser knows for certain, but we can speculate, can't we? It's going to be an interesting event, and we will know the route soon.